All right, part 3 of our Horsch Agritechnica tour of our booth. We had a bunch of meetings happening back here. Guys are selling machinery. This is kind of cool because it gives you a full view of all of the different things that Horsch sells. So I'll kind of run you through here quick. We've seen a few of these things already, but you know, forestry was our first one. You have all your organic farming here, the transformers, Interrow, Akira. Then we get into all kinds of different tillage units. There you can see all the tillage, the Joker obviously being the most commonly known. We got a bunch of front tanks, and then we get into the seeders. So all the 3-point hitch seeders, the ones that I'm really excited about, you know, the Focus with the deep ripper, and then the seeders in the back. So 3 different versions of that. We get into the sprinters, the ones that have been selling in Canada now, the Avatar MT. What's not shown on here will be the Avatar 66 TD, which are 66 foot, 870 bushel, but we'll put him up there at the top for next year maybe. And we got the Prontos. We're in our Maestros with the planters. Then we get into our sprayer lineup here. So we just spent a bunch of time talking about the Lieb Zurich, the new fertilizer spreader. This is our big seller in Canada. This is the one I spend the most time on the VL. We're also bringing in now the 12 TD. We're selling a lot of these. So these 2 products down here are what we focus on in the North American market. And then we got some more European style sprayers up here, and then our 3-point hitch units over here. So let's take a look at the sprayer options. If you want to screenshot this or take a look at it later, this is showing every option on all of the different models of our sprayers. So you know, you look at that Zurich, the capacity of that Zurich was 14,000 liters or 3,798 gallons inside that fertilizer spreader, right? But this one here, the Lieb TD and our Lieb VL and our Zurich will be the 3 units that we really focus on in Western Canada. All right, we'll take a look at this guy next. So what's happening here is just our spot spray system. So we got a camera up here, just on belts. So we got little plants going by, and it's spraying out the weeds when they come by. So you can see the view from the camera readout right here. Doing that. So whether this is going to work someday or not, who knows? But spot spray in Western Canada, we're working on possibly. I could talk for hours on that. If anybody wants to talk to me about spot spray, send me a message, and I got lots of thoughts on how this is going to work in the future. This guy right here is our VL. So new for this year, we're doing 8,000 liters on the tank with the lift kit to 80 inches, right? So right now, this thing, you know, I got lots of room above my head here for tall corn clearance. This is the unit we're selling lots of though in Canada. This is our most popular thing that we sell. But new is now you can lift the 8,000 liters tall. Before it was only a 6,000 liter lift or a 1,700 gallon lift. So new model there. This is kind of cool. So we filmed this video with Joe Searins here. He's one of our first customers that ever bought a sprayer in Manitoba. And you know, we went out to his farm this summer. We did a bunch of filming about the machine. He talked about it. He talked about, I don't know, all the stuff he likes about the machine. We showed his beautiful crops in there, right? And yeah, he did a nice job. We have our PT version, which is the European sprayer. So we'll ever see these in Canada, probably never, right? So that'll be mostly sold in Europe, but nothing else in Canada for that guy. See what else we still need to look at here. We'll go look at all the... Oh, who's that guy? I know that guy. All right, we'll look at all of our precision stuff now. So, company based right out of Alberta, Agritechnica. So, a friend of mine, Johannes, bought one of our sprayers. We partnered with his company to offer the CRG receiver. The CRG receiver will steer now with our new EOS T10, right? So, this is a 13-inch display. You have all your Horsch isobus control for the sprayer up here. Then all your mapping and auto steer down here in the bottom. Really nice touchscreen display, but whatever GPS you like, whether it's, you know, John Deere, Raven, Trimble, Topcon, whatever you like you put in, but you can also use the Horsch factory ready with the CRG. So now here you're looking at your spot spraying. Here's some video of the spot spraying working in the field, right? Here's what the interface will look like on the screen. So you can see the nozzles all turning on and off. What it's doing right now is a pre-loaded map of where all the weeds are in this field. So we used a drone or something like that to map out where all these weeds are. The solenoids are then individually picking out and spraying those weeds. You can also now on our sprayer do variable rate by section. So each section can be putting on a different amount of chemical, right? So the VR is now more granulated. Got a bunch of different apps for picking nozzles, stuff like that. We're also doing the line sharing between the screens, right? This is kind of cool. So, I don't know if this one works. Oh, it does. Perfect. So what this is our parts finder. So you're going to type in the serial number of your machine, right? So right now this looks like a little 3-point hitch disc or something like that. Now, whatever part I click on, if I click on that disc, there's my part number. If I click on, that tire, there's the part number. It makes it extremely easy now for the farmers to look up their own parts, right? Or the guys working at the dealership. If I break this hitch or this bracket here on the end, right? You'd look up the part extremely fast. So really like this idea. Looking forward for the rest of the machines to get functionality on that. It is available now for the sprayer. So remote support they're doing off the screen, so you can have remote support. Your guys will be able to look into your machines and help you out if something goes wrong. All right, we got all of the Horsch toys here for sale. The Pronto, TerraTrack, the planter. But one I'm excited about, we got the VL with the new cab and the flex boom all the way out to 160 feet on this one here. But so this is a 6.280 VL. It's 1/32 scale, but not till February 2026. So don't ask me to order it till February 2026. You can go onto the website there and order it then. So what we got here, this is the new Horsch ISOBUS screen. You can order this guy as a factory ready option from Horsch now. And it's simply one monitor. It'll do your auto steer on the bottom, all your mapping on the bottom, and then all your ISOBUS functions up here on the top. So you don't have to have a second monitor. This is a 13-inch display, right? So all your ISOBUS functions are going to be showing up on your A terminal anyways, like your tank level, your rates, your target rates, your boom height, all that kind of stuff. But I like this option because mapping, auto steer, all in one, split exactly half and half, and no wasted space on the screen, right? So shortcut bar at the bottom if you need, but everything is set up here in one display. You can see in the back here, we have everybody's having beers and drinks, and they're tea and coffee and all the food and stuff like that. In the front, they have like information desk. People want to find somebody specific, then come up to find them here. But that pretty much wraps up the tour for the day here. If you have any questions about Horsch or questions about the products that you saw here, leave a comment and I'll do my best to find you some answers. Thanks for watching.